Good morning. This is Pastor Zach with the Goodland United Methodist Church with your morning devotion for Friday, September 14th. Today I'll be reading Proverbs 29, verse 18, and reflection that will follow. Where there is no revelation or prophetic vision, the people cast off restraint. A reflection called Reaching Beyond Our Grasp by Oswald Chambers. There's a difference between holding on to a principle and having a vision. A principle does not come from moral inspiration, but a vision does. People who are totally consumed with idealistic principles rarely do anything. A person's own idea of God and his attributes may actually be used to justify and rationalize his deliberate neglect of his duty. Jonah tried to excuse his disobedience by saying to God, "I know that you are a gracious and merciful God, slow to anger and abundant in loving kindness, one who relents from doing harm. I too may have the right idea of God and his attributes, but that may be the very reason why I do not do my duty." But wherever there is vision, there is also a life of honesty and integrity, because the vision gives me the moral incentive. Our own idealistic principles may actually lull us into ruin. Examine yourself spiritually to see if you have vision or only principles. But a man's reach should exceed his grasp, or what's a heaven for? Where there is no revelation or prophetic vision, once we lose sight of God, we begin to be reckless. We cast off certain restraints from activities we know are wrong. We set prayer aside as well and cease having God's vision in the little things of life. We simply begin to act on our own initiative. If we are eating only out of our own hand and doing things solely on our own initiative without expecting God to come in, we are on a downward path. We have lost the vision. Is our attitude today an attitude that flows from our vision of God? Are we expecting God to do greater things than He has ever done before? Is there a freshness and a vitality in our spiritual outlook? We take time to examine where our focus and our vision is. We may often know the things to say and the talk, but do we know how to walk? That's what this is telling us. Are we focused on the vision that God gives us to live our lives? Or are we merely giving words to who God is without really embodying them inside ourselves? Are we a living example of who God is, or are we merely empty vessels that just share a platitude instead of living a gospel? If you don't have a place to worship on Sundays, we invite you to join us at the Goodland United Methodist Church at 10:30 a.m. Mountain Time. We're at the corner of 12th and Sherman, and you're always welcome to join us to experience worship and community and hear God's Word. Have a blessed day.